Welcome back. My name is Uhfgood, and we're going Blender Noob to Pro, Blender 3D Noob to Pro Wikibook, and we are learning about meshes and various selection and display modes look like. In the first row, single vertex is selected. In the second row, a single edge. In the third row, single face. The first column limits selection to visible. The second column is disabled, and the third column wireframe mode is enabled. And yeah, I actually just did that. So wireframe, you can have wireframe mode and not be see-through. So you can do that too. Selection mode hotkeys. You can also switch selection modes with a control-tab. In the menu, it appears you can switch to single selection mode by selecting it with the mouse, or up and down arrows and pressing enter or left mouse button. Control-tab. Control-tab, I see. Texture paint, edit mode, object mode, sculpt mode. And so control-tab isn't what they say it is. Selection modes? Huh. And I'm not really sure what the selection mode is equivalent is in 2.8. Okay, so selection modes. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, selection mode control. Okay, so cycle through. How do we? Okay, so how do we cycle through? How do you? How do you cycle through selection modes in Blender 2.8? Okay, so let's see. Key map changes. Let's see if we can spot it in here. Mode selection. Tab key for mode switching, but make it more consistent and better suited to switch quickly to any mode. The old tab to edit mode behaviors also make it so you can hold tab and drag to spawn a pie menu with all the modes available. Okay. Switch collections. Okay, so let's limit selection to visible. As I understand, now been replaced by a cold scene transparent, which works quite differently. If I understand correctly, 2.8 uses the same shortcut to limit selected and visible. It's numlock 1. Difference in 2.8. The difference is 2.8 render all objects visible or not. You have to disable render in outliner. I'm used to switch to wireframe mode. Selection limited to visible has been coupled with the X-ray transparency, and there's no workaround. If you're interested in selecting what is not in the foreground, you have to enable X-ray option. Okay, so let's do it this ways. Selecting edges. Yeah, but this is going to be old, I think. Yeah, that's right. Selecting edges, faces, and vertices in Blender 2.8. And what do we got? Edges and faces, Blender manual, selection tools. Okay. Overlays. Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. Edges and faces. Much the same way. I think this is 2.79 though. Edges can be selected much the same way as vertices by right while edge select mode is activated. Edge loops, edge rings, faces. You have to switch to face select mode. See, ctrl-tab doesn't do. So, alt-tab do. No, alt-tab is just my... Huh, okay. Let's see, selection tools. To select, must enable the viewport option X-ray. Easy of the 3D, or press the Z key. Right. I actually know how to do that anyways. Selection in Blender. I might have to just move on and then get back to it later. How to select objects, its vertices, edges, and faces with keyboard shortcuts. So let's, yeah, 2.8. Okay, it's 2.8. Create use here. You can press 1. To go into vertex mode. You can press 2 to go into edge mode, and 3. So we can actually do 1, 2, 3. So, okay, there's that. You can select a vertex by left click on the vertex. Right. So basically, it doesn't look like you cycle through them with okay, I'm assuming that you don't cycle through them anymore with the whatever it said, ctrl-tab. You can switch to single selection mode by selecting it with the mouse or up and down arrow keys and pressing the enter left mouse button. If you press shift enter or shift left mouse button, that toggles enabling only that selection mode without affecting the state of the others, as does shift clicking the icons above. And common with other Blender pop-up menus, you can quickly select an item from the ctrl-tab menu, 1, 2, and 3, which we can do that anyways, or shift toggle the enabling of, I don't know, would you 1, 2, and 3? What would shift 1 do? Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, if you do shift 1, 2, and 3, you can do multiples. You can use shift right mouse button to select multiple items, and be shift left mouse button and control I to invert selection, just like in object mode. Only here the items are vertices, edges, or faces depending on the selection mode effect. The active last selected part is shown in the white, while the rest of the selection, if any, is drawn in the usual orange-yellow color. As mentioned above, A works in a similar way as it works in object mode. Instead of applying it to everything, it applies it to all parts of the object being edited. Right. Hiding things. Shift H, Alt H work in a way analogous to their behavior in object mode. Then again, instead of applying to everything, they apply to all parts of the object being edited. We switch out of edit mode with some parts hidden, it will reappear and then disappear again when you re-enter edit mode. let's go to edge mode and let's click this. What happens if I hit H? Wow, check that out. It's hidden. So now you can see inside. That doesn't mean it's gone, it just means it's hidden. Okay. Shift H. Alt H. Oh, cool. Okay. Local versus global view. You can toggle local global view in edit mode as you can in object mode. However, instead of narrowing the view to one or more selected object, it narrows it to the object being edited. Local global view. Local. Alright. Border select, box select, circle select, B and C work analogously. Right. So B would be the box select. That. And. But it's not going to do all these, right? Circle select would be C. Interesting. Okay. So now we got border select and circle. Select more, select less. Alright, well, it looks like we're at the end of this video, so I will see you in the next one.